Have you ever paused to look at your life and thought, this isn't exactly what I imagined it would be? Maybe you're not as happy, fulfilled, or successful as you thought you would be by now. But instead of facing that feeling head on, most of us do something else. We block it out. We distract ourselves with work, entertainment, or responsibilities. And it's not your fault. As humans, we're wired to avoid pain. And the pain of admitting that our lives aren't what we want them to be can feel overwhelming. So we create this mental illusion, a kind of delusional state to protect ourselves. It's easier to say, this is fine, than to acknowledge the void or dissatisfaction boiling beneath the surface. But deep down, you know the truth. You're settling. And settling isn't just about giving up on a dream or accepting less than what you deserve. It's about ignoring that internal voice that knows you're capable of more. It's about convincing yourself that it's okay to live in mediocrity because change feels too uncomfortable or risky. We settle in all areas of our life, in our careers by staying in a job that doesn't inspire us, in our businesses by doing the bare minimum to keep us afloat, in our health by settling for fast food because it's quick or accepting low energy aches and preventable conditions as normal, in our relationships by tolerating disconnection or accepting surface level connections instead of deep, meaningful bonds, as well as with our kids by doing the bare minimum with them every single day. And every time we settle, we chip away at our confidence for reaching our potential and getting what we really want and desire. I'm Dion Dalton, founder of Push Alliance, where we've helped over 100 ambitious people reach their biggest goals using our proven framework. With structured support and accountability, we guide people to overcome obstacles and achieve their expectations in health, wealth, and relationships. Settling, it creates a pattern, a habit of telling yourself, this is good enough, even when you know that's not true. So why do we settle? Because facing reality can hurt. Our brain's natural response to pain is to minimize it. This is where the delusional state comes in, right? This is where it comes into play. Instead of confronting the gap between where we are and where we want to be, we convince ourselves that it's not that bad. Other people have it worse. Maybe I'm just being ungrateful, and the list goes on. The stories we tell ourselves allow us to ignore the void or the true pain we're in. It's a form of self-protection, but the cost is high. And over time, the void grows and the dissatisfaction shows up in everything we do. Think about it. When was the last time you truly asked yourself, am I happy with where I am? Am I fulfilled? It's easier to avoid these questions because they often come with answers we don't want to hear. But here's the hard truth. You're not fooling yourself as much as you think. That quiet discomfort and pain you feel, that's your inner self trying to tell you something, right? Settling leaves a piece of you broken, and no amount of pretending will fix it. If there's a desire or expectation inside you, something you know you want for yourself, it's there for a reason. Ignoring it won't make it magically fix itself. In fact, it's likely to break down even more over time, turning into frustration, resentment, or even regret. But here's the good news. That broken piece of you isn't there to torment you, it's there to guide you. And admitting that your health, wealth, or relationships isn't what you want it to be takes courage. It's uncomfortable to sit with the truth, but it's also empowering because when you face reality, you can start to change it. And here's how to begin. First, we must acknowledge the pain and stop pretending everything is okay. Be honest with yourself about what's causing your pain. Whether it's a sense of purpose, better health, deeper relationships, or more financial security. Name the pain. For example, if you feel stuck in your career or business, acknowledge it. If your health isn't where you want it to be, admit that to yourself. If you neglect giving your kids the attention they need and deserve because your life is all over the place, let's call it out. Naming the problem is the first step towards solving it. Next, ask yourself what you really want. What does the life you truly want look like? What do you want to feel, achieve, or experience? If you could wave a magic wand and transform one thing in your life, what would it be? Many people don't know what they want because they've spent so much time settling that they've forgotten how to think outside of the conditions they're in. Take time to reflect on your true desires. Having a roadmap does us no good if we don't know where we want to go. And last, identify what's holding you back. Settling is often rooted in fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of change. What are you afraid of? And more importantly, is that fear worth sacrificing the life you want? Fear has a way of magnifying the risk and downplaying the rewards. But ask yourself, what's scarier? Failing or staying in the same place forever and then dying? Because change doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey of small, consistent steps. Commit to doing the work, whether that's learning new skills, seeking guidance, or letting go of what no longer serves your life. Remember, the path to a better life isn't a straight line. There will be setbacks, but each step forward brings you closer to where you want to be. I've seen it time and time again. People settle because they don't know where to start or how to stay consistent. And what I've seen that has helped people the most is structure, support, and accountability. It's extremely important to have a structure to operate within, accountability to make sure you don't let yourself off the hook, and support so you don't have to figure everything out or do it all alone. I believe you must gain clarity on what you want and why it matters, build a plan that turns your ambitions into actionable steps, surround yourself with people who hold you accountable and push you to grow, and imagine what your life could look like if you stop settling. I know settling feels easier in the moment, but it leads to a lifetime of regret. You owe it to yourself to listen to that voice inside and pursue the life you truly want. This isn't about being perfect or chasing someone else's definition of success. It's about honoring your own desires, expectations, and potential. It's about refusing to settle for less when you know there's so much more waiting for you. When you stop settling, the changes you make don't just affect you, they affect everyone around you. Your relationships improve because you're living authentically. Your career or business grows because you're showing up with purpose. You become an example for others, showing them what's possible when you refuse to settle. And that's one of the most powerful impacts you can have, not just changing your life, but inspiring others to do the same. The next time you catch yourself thinking it's fine or I'll just deal with it, ask yourself, is it really fine? Or am I settling for the way things are? Recognize the delusion for what it is, a coping mechanism that's no longer serving you. Then take the first step towards creating the life you truly want. You don't have to do it alone. Let's work together to close the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Because you deserve more, and it's time to stop pretending otherwise. But hey, those are beliefs I've developed from my experiences along my journey. What are yours? Many people have high expectations for themselves, but struggle to take the necessary steps to achieve them. They often don't know where to start, feel stuck, become isolated on their journey, and quit. And I don't want you to be one of them. If you found value in this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more insights. Until next time, persist until success happens. Push.